Hi, good morning, everybody. Taurus Collective into this reading, guys. I have already done my pre-shuffle. I'm laying out the cards just in order to avoid spending more time in shuffling. And I'm just going to call out for the cards as you can see me doing at this point in time. And we will go directly into the reading, okay? And wherever I have more clarifications to deal with, I will definitely ask for more clarifications from my spirit world, your spirit world, our universal source, our energy into this reading. Now, Taurus, my readings are usually a little bit longer than required. It's only because I don't do regular readings, okay? But like I always say, guys, that whatever the world tells you, whatever you hear from people, friends, families, anybody, the most important character is in you or you yourself. And that is your intuition that you have to take care of. The truth lies in your power, in your intuition, in your thought process, in your thinking. So it's very important, guys, remember that story, that whatever you hear, whatever you say, whatever you do is good, but you have to know the truth yourself. That's important. And only then, and then you can take the right call. Okay? Only then and then you can take the right call. So I have 2 layers of cards, so more than 2 layers, because you can see that the clarifiers are more than the base card. But the base card, I always start with the base card is because it gives us a complete picture of your story around this portion in time, Taurus. I've got some few more to go. We'll see what we need at this point. Okay, let's start off with the reading, guys, and we'll clarify more if we need more answers. Okay, now the first card out here is a 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is a beautiful card, a card of reconciliation, a card of enjoyment, merriment, happiness with people in general. You know, when you have party, you have friends over, you're invited to some place, you are having fun. It can mean anything for anyone, right? But it's a good card. It's a good card. But what is happening with this card is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So what is happening with this card, guys, is that you, Taurus, your energy is all over the place right now. You have very scattered, low energy in terms of passion. So at one point, what I'm getting, at one point you are there with your family, friends, relatives, having fun together. The next moment you want to leave. You don't like it. You're not there to stay, right? You're quick to come in and you're also quick to exit. You're there for some time, you're having fun, you're talking to people, but the next moment you're like, I don't like it, I want to leave. I want to go. Why? The 7 of Cups in the reverse. Because what is happening is a lot of delusion. Right? That energy, that scattered energy is because your mind is covered with a lot of delusion. Overly delusional over things in general. Right? Please talk to me about the 7 of Cups in the reverse. So your energy is very low and scattered with people around you in terms of having fun. Yeah, the King of Cups, right? Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, see what's happening. Okay, let me tell you this. All right, I got it. So like I said, at one moment you're there with people having a lot of fun, going around in circle of friends, with meeting up with people. The next moment you're like, no, I'm done. I just want to go. I don't want to be here for too long. Very scattered energy. Because why? Like I said, because of the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Because your mind is all over the place. You're overly confused over things, overly delusional If there is one small thing that happens in that setting of people and friends, your mind immediately gets clouded. Oh, why did that happen? And you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to push that mind into figuring things out. Why did she say that to me? Why did he say that to me? Right? Or why was he a little bit rude than necessary? Was she a little bit more cold towards me? Your mind is all over the place, and that is creating the scattered energy of low vibrations, very low vibration, because you're immediately clouded. You're trying to dig into the source of the problem, but because your energy is so scattered, you are not being able to focus. Your mind is all over, right? And this Seven of Cups in the reverse is talking about the King of Cups. It's with your heart as well, with your emotional intelligence, right? And this is where the Four of Sword. It's because you are constantly thinking about something. Your emotional intelligence wants to rest. Your heart is open, don't get me wrong, but your emotional intelligence is asking you to rest. You need to put this being overly confused, overly delusional, has to calm down. Has to calm down, guys. Or else you're going to be constantly in that battle of an in and out energy, low scattered energy, feeling terrible about something, but yet not getting an answer to something. And you're trying to dig and dig and dig and go through it, and yet you are feeling drained. So your mind needs to heal, because there is a lot of healing, right? The Four of Sword is talking about you taking your time as the King of Cups. You're an old soul. You know that you need time in your mind to rest your mind, to bring some kind of healing, which is there are still a lot of work to be done, Taurus. With what? With the Lovers in the reverse, where there is a loss of a significant relationship, a disbalance in a significant relationship, no harmony, maybe in a marriage, in a relationship that is of importance to you, a significant relationship, where you could have probably made a wrong choice, or you know that you have made a wrong choice, which is where your mind is asking you to calm down. Take your time, Taurus, please. If you don't take your time and if you're not emotionally intelligent to understand what your mind is asking you to do, then you will be constantly in this battle of that delusion, of that confusion, which is also a part of your procrastination towards your victory, towards your own victory. Because the more you push it back and don't take action on that particular situation because you're confused and delusional, it is a loss of your victory time. A loss of a significant relationship where you have made a mistake or where there is no balance is keeping your mind completely jammed. Your emotions are becoming completely jammed. So you need time to rest, guys. Take time out, right? Because you know the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, because you know otherwise this situation will not yield you any result, because you're not getting any result. And this is not working for you, because if you're constantly battling with this situation in yourself, Taurus, you're not going to get any result. Clear, right? Not going to get any result. All right. So here it is, the Three of Cups And the Queen of Swords in the reverse, which clearly says that you're not open to something in your life. That's where there is a low vibrational scattered energy, because your mind is very, very, very disturbed. You're very cold, you're feeling very cold, you're feeling very bitter about a situation, like I said, a situation in your life where you're not finding the right balance, or where you know there is a loss of balance in a significant relationship. And this situation, you also know, will not work for you, Taurus. So there is that clue here for you, that you need to rest your mind, take time out, be in solitude, sleep, or go for a vacation. Do something different, but rest your mind. Why? Because again, your mind is all jammed. You're very cold, very bitter. Your mind is not accepting a lot of things at this point in time. The Seven of Pentacles. This is where Spirit is saying, take your time. Divine timing is at work. Figure things out in the right way. If you want the right result, if you want a turning point, you have to give that particular thing a lot of time in your life. You cannot rush towards things, do it halfway, and then move out. That's not going to give you any result, Taurus. If you really want result-oriented, if you're a result-oriented person, then you have to take time to work and look for answers. What is that is going to bring you a new, fresh harvest? What is that you need to do now for your well-being in the practical world, in the 3D? The Six of Pentacles. So you're thinking about an equal something, a turning point that brings about an equal give and take. What is that you can do to bring about an equal give and take? Like it's sharing, it's reciprocity. I do 2 things for you, you do 2 things for me, if not 3, right? That's equal give and take. That could be with money, with living together, shared relationship, a shared family situation where you do a part of the work, your husband does a part of the work, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend takes responsibility for the other half, right? So what is that you can now do? So take your time, build yourself slowly, give yourself plenty of time, and think about things where you can balance an equal give and take in your life. Because this is where I ask for clarification. This is where the Knight of Cups, this is where you do have a lot of sentiment over this situation. You do want it, right? You are ready to offer that give and take to somebody. You're ready to make things happen because you believe that you have a lot of love, compassion, and kindness. And that is what you want to move forward with. To someone in your life, where you want to offer that, you want to live together, or you want a shared equal partnership, or a shared equal give and take of both love, compassion, kindness as well. Because you do hold a lot of feelings in yourself. But the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups says that you're abandoning that situation. So somebody could have been offering you that, or could have offered you that, but you did not pay attention. You left that situation, right? Emotionally, you were not attached to that love and compassion in your life, Taurus. Can mean that. It can mean that somebody wanted this situation of an equal give and take. They were ready to offer you because they have a lot of love and compassion. I'm saying this from a different perspective, or it could have been you who wanted it, but then suddenly your emotions have changed. You're not working on that. You're abandoning that situation. Why? It also can mean that because Five of Wands in the reverse says that you, Taurus, have a lot of internal conflict in yourself. You're not being able to settle. So until you settle that conflict in yourself, Taurus, of what is right and what is wrong, you will not be able to focus on the real love and kindness and compassion. You will always be in utter conflict. Oh, is that right? This is where the delusion has been. Is that right? Is that wrong? You're constantly battling within yourself. And the more you keep battling within yourself, Taurus, hands down, I can tell you, it's only going to be a drain in your life. A drain of energy where you will feel low, scattered, vibrational energy. You won't be able to focus on anything. You won't be able to work with anything right because your mind is all clouded. You're getting stuck with what she said, he said, why they said, or why did they do that. You're always in that state of affairs. No. And this is where the internal conflict, this is where you otherwise will lose this opportunity if there is an offer that's coming in your way of an equal give and take, where the divine timing is probably reviving an offer and you are not paying attention to that. Why? Because again of this internal conflict that you need to first settle that conflict. Two of Pentacles in the reverse because of a disbalance. You're not feeling completely balanced in your practical world, Taurus. There is a lot of disbalance in your practical world. You have been juggling with a lot of things. Please talk to me about the Two of Pentacles here in the reverse. Yeah, you need to move out. Eight of Wands, right? Spirit is saying, if you keep doing this, then you will not be able to move forward. You need to move forward, guys. You need to move forward. You need to take action on yourself to bring back a balance of well-being in your life, or else you're going to get stuck in this juggle, which is not going to bring any results. Six of Wands. You need to take action to override this situation, to bring back your victory. You need to move quickly, or else you're going to get stuck in that state of affairs. Why? Because the King of Wands in the reverse says that there has been a lot of over expectation, that you can do a lot of things. Maybe people have been expecting you to do a lot of things because you have shown them that you're capable of doing a lot of things, that you're capable of juggling through a lot of things. Now you're not being able to do that, but people still have expectations out of you that you can make things work, that you are the Superman, the Superwoman, whatever you are. And this has been your ego of the flesh, where you haven't told anybody that I am human. I cannot make 50,000 things work at the same time. I'm just human. Right? You haven't said that, or you haven't spoken about that. So what has happened is that people's expectations out of you has become bigger because you have told them that, okay, somebody needs help, you're rushing. The other person needs help, you're going, but today you're not being able to do because there are other work in your life that you have accumulated where you are finding it difficult to keep up with people's expectations out of you. But this expectation is not from people. This expectation has been built by you, Taurus. This expectation has come because of your own doing, your own flesh of the ego, where you haven't told anybody that you are just human. right? The Emperor says it's time to become wise. It's time to become wise because of what? Because Five of Pentacles. Otherwise, this victim mentality of others expecting out of you, or you expecting others to applaud you. And when you don't receive that applause, when you don't receive those words of kudos or congratulations, it brings you down. It catches you up in the victim mentality. Because you see, what is happening, Taurus, is if you are, like I said, the Queen of Swords in the reverse with the Seven of Pentacles, you want to turn things around now. And divine timing is making you turn. Divine timing wants you to turn, right? With the Six of Pentacles, with bringing about an equal love, balance, share of things in your life where, like I said, when you do 10%, the other person does 10%. I'm repeating for myself, not for you, because I want to clarify this is a major story here. Knight of Cups, you do have a lot of sentiment towards this love, kindness, emotion, compassion in your life that you probably have with somebody in your life, or somebody has for you, and you want to move it forward. You want to, but you did not. You left it. You abandoned that situation, the Eight of Cups. You walked away from that situation. You abandoned it. Why? Because of the Five of Wands in the reverse, because you could not settle your own pull and push, ebb and flow, your own internal conflict. You need, like I said, you need to settle that. Why? Because you feel unbalanced in the practical world. The Two of Pentacles. You have been juggling, like I said, you have been juggling with a lot of things. Eight of Wands says you need to move out of that situation. You have to stop juggling, guys. You need to move out of that situation. You need to bring and work for your own victory. And the moment you take action on that, you will find your way out. You will be victorious. But you have to override that situation. You have to move past it, which is going to be difficult. Why? Because the King of Wands in the reverse says that you're still holding a lot of ego and other people's expectation out of you in yourself. You want to prove that you are the best. You want to do the best, not bad thing at all. No bad intentions here. But that's your ego, that you want to prove to the world that you are, like I said, a superman, a superwoman. Emperor says, time to be wise. Because what is happening, like I told you, is if you're not being able to be wise enough to understand that not every situation in your life will be awarded with an applause, you immediately feel very low. Five of Pentacles. You're immediately caught in the victim mentality. Oh, I did so much for that person and that person did not even say a word of thank you to me. Right? That's a victim mentality. Why do you care? You have done what needed to be done, over and done with. You walk out of that situation. Don't turn back and expect that person to come with a bouquet of roses for you saying, oh, nice, you did that for me, thank you. Most of the people will not bother. Most of the people will not say a thank you. Most of the people will not even acknowledge that part of the scene for you. So be prepared. So you have to be wise over this situation in your life, or that spiritual poverty, the mental poverty, the emotional poverty, the victim mentality will not leave you. Because you will always crave for that congratulations. You will always crave for that applause. And if you don't get it, boom, immediately you're sinking. Because you actually care. With the King of Wands in the reverse, it's your flesh talking to you. So you have to be wise about your expectations of other people and other people's expectations out of you, or this victim mentality will continue to persist in your life, Taurus. Okay, now here is the scene. The Queen of Sword in the reverse we spoke about brings us to the Ten of Sword. This is something that you as a Taurian, you're not being able to accept. You're not being able to accept and get moving. You're stuck in that pain. You see, you're stuck in the pain of that victim mentality. You have to be wise. You have to understand that not everybody thinks like you, not everybody works like, because it may be that you are doing a lot of work in your office and you're not getting the required amount of appreciation. Can be. And immediately you're sinking in that victim mentality because you feel that you have done so much with your flesh of ego, and yet people are not appreciating your effort. Can mean, right? So there is something that you need to accept. But you're finding it very difficult. See? Because of what? The moon. Because there is a lot of subconscious dilemma in you, Taurus. Lot of subconscious dilemma within you. Please talk to me about the moon here. Yeah, there is a lot of regret. Lot of repentance. The Five of Swords in the reverse. That acceptance of your past action, or where you have gone wrong, or what you have done wrong, it's very difficult for you to accept it. You're not being able to accept that situation because it's troubling your subconscious state of mind. The Queen of Cups, psychic, a person, an energy who knows this situation. It can be even you. In your heart of heart, you know about the situation. Or your psychological part of the story knows about the situation. That you're not being able to accept your own downfall or whatever has happened. Right? The Sun says, you need to liberate yourself. Throw some light out. Talk to people about the situation if you cannot do anything more. If you keep it all within yourself, you're going to suffer. You will not be able to accept something in your life, and this will keep on and on repeating until you can liberate yourself and from your dark subconscious mind. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, or else there will be no turning point. If you want a turning point, Taurus, you need to talk, you need to throw some light out, you need to revive your own energy, you need to bring back a lot of energetic vibrations in yourself, or else you will be sinking low and low in your subconscious with your failures, regrets, and disappointments and repentances that have been a part of your life. So if you want a turning point, the wheel is not moving until you do that. Because of what? Because there is a lot of emotional immaturity in yourself. That's what the spirit world is telling you. That's what universe is telling you, that until you can find your own understanding of your own emotional maturity, until you are able to come to terms and accept your own failure as a part of your learning lesson, until you can throw that light and tell people that you're sorry, or tell others that you did not mean to be rude. For some, it also could mean that. Or tell them the right things. Be honest about that situation. Until you can do that, the wheel is not going to move because universe is saying that you're still holding a lot of immatured emotions in yourself. So the wheel will not move until you can rectify your own understanding of your own failures in life. Intentional or otherwise, doesn't matter. Your guilt, your repentance, your wrongdoing, everybody, we all do wrong all the time. But if we sit in that situation and we condemn other people, we blame other people, it's not helping us because that is emotional immaturity. The wheel will not move until you can rectify the situation, Taurus. That brings us to the Fool. If you do not accept this situation, Taurus, you will continue to be a fool. You will be reckless, you will be impulsive, you will not be able to take a leap of faith because you're not being able to accept something in your life that you have done wrong and correct that situation so that you or your destiny can move forward. You're still being blocked. Remember that. So until this block is cleared, until you can clear that block, Taurus, and move towards a new beginning in your life, until then, things are not going to let you move. Right? There will be no brand new beginning. Even though there can be an inspired direction towards the situation with the Ace of Wands. Somebody could be telling you, don't do that. Don't be a fool. Take a new direction to your life. Somebody could be offering you some kind of guidance, some kind of help, right? But the Ten of Wands, but you're feeling extremely pressurized. You don't know what to do. The Ten of Wands is creating a lot of burden. When somebody is probably telling you, hey, don't sit in that situation, accept the situation, accept that you have done things wrong for some, accept that you may have hurt other people in a wrong way. It can be anything for anyone, right? But there is a new inspired direction that's coming towards you, a new direction, a new beginning, which is where, again, the Ten of Wands, you could be neglecting that because you have a lot of other problems you're dealing with. The Ten of Swords. You're having a lot of other problems to deal with that you're not accepting. But these problems are creating a lot of pain in your life. You see? It's creating a lot of pain in your life because you're dealing with a lot of burden, lot of responsibilities. Why? Because you are probably ignoring this call. Where there is somebody who is coming, or universe, please talk to me about the Ace of Wands. Yeah, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. Somebody could be, again, like I said, somebody is very bitter, very cold towards this new direction. They're not, the Queen of Swords in the reverse here, the Queen of Swords in the reverse here. They are not open to this idea. Not open to the direction in your life, the new direction. Or the new beginning, inspired new beginning. Because again, the Ten of Wands, because there is a lot of responsibility that you're still carrying on your shoulders, which is where you're not being able to accept anything new at this point in time. You're not being able to accept that you have to forgive the old and forget the old to move on because you're still holding on to that pain. You see? What is it? The Five of Cups. You're holding on to a lot of pain of grief, disappointment in your life. You're not being able to accept that what has happened, forgive and forget. You're not, problem, Taurus, is you're not being able to accept, guys. You're fighting that situation every day. See? Three of Wands in the reverse. Lack of foresight. You're not being able to lift that restriction from your life. You're still very much embroiled in that situation of what has happened 10 years back, what happened 5 years back, what happened 15 years back, or what happened to my family, what happened to that relationship, what happened to that career, what happened to that job, what happened to my money, what happened to my investment. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. What is that giving you, guys? I don't know, but I'm just reading because this is where you have not taken that leap of faith, because you have not been open to any kinds of ideas or directions in your life, because you're feeling overly stressed and burdened, not being able to accept the past, not being able to release the past, not being able to accept things to move on. 5 of Cups. Very much stuck in that grief and disappointment, misery, lack of foresight. You're not being able to lift that restriction in your life, which brings us, the Fool in the reverse brings us to the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is where you had some opportunity in your life and you lost it. You see? Because of this situation here. You had that opportunity, but you didn't take it, you lost it. Right? It's a gone opportunity. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Loss. Huge loss in your life. Because you did not open the door towards anything new. Whatever existing stuff that you had in your life, you had lost it too. The 7 of Wands in the reverse says, it's because you did not fight for your own gain. You did not stand up for your own right. You did not show courage for what you believed is right for you. You let it go. You let it go. That's why whatever you had collected, monetarily, family-wise, inheritance, emotions, people, love, money, whatever you thought you had, is a loss, resulting in total loss today. It's going in the minus in your books of account, in your book of account. Why? Answer is right here. 7 of Wands in the reverse. You did not do it. When you had that opportunity, you did not grab it. Because you had a lack of clear foresight. You could not lift your own restrictions in life. And guys, if you do not lift your own restrictions in life, if you do not learn to forgive, forget, and move on, no matter what opportunity comes to you, you will never get it. Because you're not ready to accept it. You do not have an open mind. Hangman in the reverse says, it's because you were very stubborn. Again, see, right here. You were very, very stubborn that you are not going to open the new door. Clear lack of foresight, guys. You see? It's your own creation, Taurus. I'm sorry I have to say this. Very stubborn. 7 of Swords in the reverse tells me that you know that you have been deceiving yourself. You need to clear your thought about the situation first. You have been deceiving your own self. You had all the opportunities that had come to you at one point. But like I said, you did not fight for it. Stubborn. And you have been, this is the way you were deceiving yourself, Taurus. You need to clear your thought. Which brings us to the Page of Pentacles. So this is something that you realizing you have come out of this, or you're going to come out of this failure. You're realizing that you have not been practical. You had failed to be a practical person. So you want to be practical now. You want to be more stable and grounded now. Hierophant. With what? With your belief, commitment. The Six of Cups. With somebody that you love. With your soulmate energy. You want that commitment because you're realizing that you made a big mistake. So you want to bring back that happiness in yourself. That happiness that was lost for you. That commitment that you did not probably work with at one point. Your belief system held you back from your own movement forward. So now you want to commit to this. But again, the Chariot in the reverse says you're feeling very oppressed about the situation. There will be a lot of oppression. It won't be an easy commitment, It won't be like you can walk in and offer that commitment to somebody you love, or to your friends, or to your soulmate, or whoever. There's going to be a lot of oppression and opposition to that story. This is where Eight of Swords in the reverse says you need to keep your mind open. Because there will be a lot of oppression, a lot of opposition, maybe from other sources, as you try to move in that direction of your life. But if you get all bogged down again with that story and you give up hope, you give up fighting for your own right, then again, it's the same story that's going to go round. So, in order to prevent that from happening, guys, you need to keep your mind open. The Two of Swords, because you have to take a decision. What is important to you? You may not say about it, but you need to keep your mind open in order to calmly focus and balance your mind towards your right objective, because the Three of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me that there are people who are not going to cooperate with you in this situation. There will be a lack of teamwork, and this is where there is going to be a lot of oppression and opposition as you try to move forward, but this is where you will face a lot of difficulties, Taurus, as you try to move. But you have to be very cool, very composed in order to take the right call, for which you need to keep your mind open, because you won't find any kind of collaboration in this situation in your life. Okay, which brings us to the Six of Cups in the reverse, because again, Six of Cups, as you try to move there. So this is a past story, because there has been, like I said, a lot of inner child issues. Maybe for some of you, there could have been a past loss in your life where you probably have loved somebody and you could not find them or could not be with them, or your children or your friends, your family, somebody who has deserted you, abandoned you, or you have done the same with that story, but there has been a stuck situation in your life with this love. The Tower in the reverse says that this situation has crumbled. So whatever that stuck situation has been for you, Taurus, is no longer going to be there. It's already crumbled, which was making you very, very insecure. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Something that was making you very insecure in your life, the Tower in the reverse says has gone or will go, will crumble. will no longer or has crumbled already, right? Which is where the Ace of Sword in the reverse says that because of your lack of security, you could not find a breakthrough. That situation will no longer be there because this situation, something has happened here. Please talk to me about the Tower in the reverse. Oh, the Devil. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, hold on, guys. All right. Okay, the story is out here. Okay. So the Six of Cups in the reverse. So something about that situation has created a epiphany in your life where you were, okay, this is how I would like to put it, guys. Okay. You had been feeling very, very nostalgic about certain things in your life from your past. Okay. Some situation that you could not override, some situation that you found it difficult to express, right? You found it difficult to express because you were insecure and scared to say the truth about your past. Nostalgia, maybe your parents, your childhood friends, your siblings, your anything that concerns your past emotions, your love. Maybe you have loved somebody in your life that you could not express, and you have been feeling very low about that situation because you could not forget or forgive that matter anymore, right? You could not forget that person, or you could not forget those moments in your life. That's nostalgia. So because of that situation, that tower has crumbled, which is where you were stuck because you could not say the truth about your past emotions. That could be your inner child issue, that could be anything that concerns your childhood memories for some. A soulmate that you had once, right? But the tower in the reverse is bringing about the devil energy. This is where there had been a lot of restrictions in your life, bad restrictions you had been attached with, Taurus. That's going to crumble or has already crumbled, which was actually making you very insecure to tell the truth, right? This is where the King of Pentacles in the reverse says that you had no confidence because you were attached with the wrong situation in your life. Yeah. You had no long-term goal for some with regards to your monetary affair or with regards to your well-being, because you had been totally attached with negative energy, with toxic energy, right? Which is where the Nine of Wands in the reverse says that today you're not being able to be resilient about that anymore. You have given up, you have surrendered that negative energy. This is where the Tower in the reverse says that you are no longer being able to hold on to this devil energy of toxicity, negativity, bad attachment. Could have been drugs, abuse, alcohol, could have been bad company, could have been bad relationships, could have been bad career, jobs, opportunities, everything in life. That was not the best for you. But because you did not have long-term goals, Taurus, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse saying that you did not have long-term goals, you remained attached to that negative toxic energy. This is the Tower in the reverse, which was where you could not express your insecurity to somebody and spoke harshly if somebody questioned you why you're being insecure. You did not tell the truth. But this is where the tower has crumbled because you have crumbled. You see? This is what I was trying to dig for. This is where the tower has crumbled because you have crumbled. The Four of Cups in the reverse says that you are learning to become wise about your own emotions in life, or you will learn. The Six of Cups in the reverse brings us directly to the Five of Wands. You see, learning lesson. Could be a lot of immoral people you had been holding in your life. People who were not willing to accept you. I'm sorry, hold on. There was something else missing. Hold on, my story is not over, guys. I'm so sorry. I forgot these cards. Okay. So this is where I said you're becoming wise, okay? Because Temperance in the reverse, because you are learning to understand that because you haven't spoken the truth, you have not been able to control your temper or your emotions. Hermit in the reverse. Spirit says, disengage yourself from such activity. Do not encourage people with bad temperaments in your life, because they are only going to create more frustration, Knight of a Sword in the reverse, in your life, if you encourage those people back into your life. And who are those people? There you go. The answer is right here. People who are immoral. Right? So you do have a lot of immoral people around you. Could be your friends, could be your family, could be. So you're learning to be wise. This is where the tower has crumbled. Some epiphany has already happened or will happen to you, Taurus, where you will realize by yourself that all these things that you have been doing was because you were attached with a negative, toxic situation in your life that did not allow you to foresee or have a longer vision, a proper vision in the pentacle world, in the real world, a foresight. And this is where suddenly you will realize, because you will give up on that toxic energy in order to become wise, that you cannot keep on doing this, because Spirit is saying what? That people can create bad temperaments within you. Do not invite them into your house. Do not bring them, because they are going to disturb you, or you will be disturbed. This is where you need to disengage yourself. The Hermit in the reverse. Disengage yourself from bad-tempered people, or people who can create havoc, frustrations, anger in your life. And who are those people? The immoral people right here. The World in the reverse says the cycle is the old cycle, not yet closed. So those people are still around you, guys. You have to watch. The Fool says you need a brand new beginning here. So you have to close that old cycle of immoral people, people who are bad, ill-tempered, creating frustration, destruction in your life, bringing anger, making you angry, building up tensions in your life. You don't want them. So you need a brand new beginning towards a close in your life. Please talk to me about the World in the reverse. Yeah, this is something to do with your fundamental, basic. Yeah, see? Okay, guys, this is a long reading. Okay, hold on. So, what is happening, Taurus? Spirit is already warning you. You know that. You are going to become wise in order to realize this situation in your life. Okay? Let's put it that way. So keep away from people who are frustrated, desperate, bad-tempered, bad people. Period. Why? because the old cycle is still on with bad people around you. So Spirit is saying, the Fool is saying, don't jump into it right away. Take your time. You need a brand new beginning. Don't jump back into the old cycle. That's what the Fool is saying. You need a brand new beginning, but you have to work carefully. Why? Because the old cycle, the Four of Wands, some kind of safety, security, happiness, your fundamental stability could be disturbed. Because somebody, the Page of Swords in the reverse, somebody could be promising you a lot of things, but will not keep their word. The Two of Cups. So somebody could be promising you a lot of love because they are immoral, whoever it is. Somebody could be saying, oh, let's go together, let's move together, let's have party together, let's build a house together, let's buy a house together, let's collect money together, because we are partners, we are together, but they are immoral. They're immoral. They do not mean what they say. But they could be promising you all action, no action, all promises, undelivered promises. Right here. About a partnership, about your marriage, your safety, your security. So, even if you get a chance to move back into the old cycle, don't do that, because it will bring back no gains in your life, Taurus, because of some kind of immoral people around your life at this point in time. Nine of Swords. You could be very, very hurt. You could have toxic thoughts about situations in your life now that you know, because you did not aspire to change that situation. And you may have leaped back into the old cycle. For some, it could be me. It could be that. Right? You have gone back into the old cycle because you believe they were your friends, or they were your partner, or they were that person was there to give you the money or the stability, bring back happiness, marriage, domestic bliss, comfort in your life, but it was all undelivered promise. Only words, no action, undelivered promise. So this is where, if you do that, if it has already not happened, you will realize that you did not put in enough effort to aspire for more in your life, and you have kept repeating back the old cycle because you were not ready to move forward and aspire for some new resource in your life. You see? So you have been very toxic about not putting up the right effort or aspiring to move out of that situation, and you kept jumping back into the old cycle of your life that brought you no reward, or will bring you no reward if you do that. And this lack of aspiration, Taurus, will be very toxic for you. You will feel very pulled down over this situation. Okay? The Nine of Pentacles. Free yourself. Free yourself from that lack of aspiration that you have not already worked for. Work for yourself now. Work to bring back your own fruition, your own result in your life. If you work hard, you will get it. But if you aspire for something and you haven't done that work, you're not going to get the result, you see? So if you know that, and that could be the reason why you will be very toxic over that situation where there has been a lack of aspiration, either from your end or from somebody who has only given you promises and not delivered those promises. Right? No action, undelivered promise. All words. Free yourself from that situation. Bring back your own material harvest. Work for your own material harvest. Work for your own fundamental stability. Justice says, this is where your justice will be served, if you can do that. Pick up your own responsibility, work towards your own karma. Do the job that you are required to do. Don't depend on other people, what they tell you, what they don't tell you. Because you know, some of you could have already gone through this. And if you haven't already gone through this, you will be going through this. So be careful. Okay, so here it is. Justice says that you need to work for yourself. Don't depend on XYZ to give you your comfort, to give you their money, to give you all the luxuries that you need to live with in your life. You have to work for your own material gains and enjoy your fruit of success in your life, Taurus. That brings us to the Empress in the reverse, right? So if you continue doing this work, Taurus, there will be no growth, no fertility until you can free yourself and work for your own material harvest. Until you can do that, there will be no growth, no abundance, no fertility in your life. Nine of Cups. You wish for that, right? What is that? Now you wish for the Ace of Cups. So what you're wishing for is a new love story. You're wishing that people bring you good emotions, or that you are able to bask in the glory of love, compassion, kindness, everything. When your cup overflows with that emotion, you wish to bring that cup back into your life where the water of emotion is going to be overflowing in you. You will be like so much filled with good emotion in your life that you can not only experience that by yourself, but you can also share it with someone else or give it, because your cup is already overflowing with emotion. So you have no problem sharing a part of that emotion with other people or with somebody you love. High Priestess. Pull back yourself in the high vibrational energy. Listen to your intuition, please. Because this is where your truth lies. Your truth is in your own intuition. You know you want it, right? You want it. Follow that. Page of Pentacles. You know you can do it. But you have to be practical, like I said right here. You have to be grounded, you have to be practical and a matured individual to a large extent, right? Which is where the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse says that you have not done that. You have been offering something to someone in your life or even to yourself where you have come down from the throat and you are feeling unentitled. Or you have been offering something to someone in your life, Taurus, who was not deserving of that entitlement. Death in the reverse says that you did not change that situation for a long time. But now you are wishing to bring back a cup overflowing with emotion, but your intuition is following a different course. Your intuition is telling you that you have done something very wrong and you need to correct that situation and bring back that love back into action. Because you have offered something to someone who you know, Taurus, was undeserving, was not entitled to that story, was not a person who is entitled, but you did not do anything to change that story. Please talk to me about the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It also could have been you. Yeah, Empress. Empress in the reverse. So here it is. There you go. Empress in the reverse. What did we start with? But now you want to bring back that abundance. And the only way you can bring back that abundance, the growth, the fertility, is by filling your cup with overflowing emotions, or wishing for that cup of love to come back to you. Because you have been doing a wrong thing, and you intuitively, Taurus, you know that. Then you have been offering that cup of love to somebody who is not deserving, or somebody had offered it to you and you did not, and you feel you did not deserve it, so you did not change that situation. It can go anywhere, I mean, in any direction. But now you know. You want the growth, you want the fertility from a place of being non-fertile. You want to bring everything back, right? Again, it's a Six of Pentacles. Equal, reciprocity, give and take, equal, equal and equal, right? Equal, equal and equal. King of Swords. Strategize, work, strategize, work, because you know you have lost an opportunity. Remember the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, where you have lost an opportunity, you want to bring that back. And you're very well aware that you have to work in the right direction. Again, in your life, your focus is laser sharp if you want to bring that back. Because why? Three of Swords in the reverse, you have learned your lesson, or you will learn your lesson. That you had an opportunity, you lost it. And because you lost it, you have suffered. You have gone through a lot of pain. You have gone through a lot of hardship. You have gone through a lot of grief. But that has made you stronger today, or will make you stronger, right? Which is where Star in the reverse says you have gone through a real tough time. But you have learned your lesson. Because you have been pulled down, you have gone down to the ground. You have learned your lesson. That you had an opportunity, but you did not work towards it. You did not strategize. So you need to strategize now. You need to be laser focused. You need to be laser sharp, because you have learned a lot of lesson from your own doing that has made you stronger in your life, which is where you had lost your spiritual courage. King or Queen of Wands in the reverse. Or somebody had lost their love over you because they found you to be that. They have been very pissed off with the way you have been conducting yourself. Or you did not take inspired action to correct that situation. It can be anything. You did not have the courage to override that situation, which is where the magician says you have to now start working, Two of Wands, towards your future goal. You can be at a crossroad. You could be in a crossroad because you did not take action before over this situation. So you could be at a crossroad, but again, work. Start focusing. Start working. Please talk to me about the magician here. Yeah. The Page of Wands. Take inspired action. Start to work little by little. Right? You cannot do everything in a day, but start to work. Judgment. Right? Towards a new situation in your life. The Three of Cups in the reverse. Six of Swords in the reverse. 10 of Happiness. Yeah, 10 of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Clear message till the end. I have used all the clarifiers because I wanted to go down deep into the story for you, Taurus. So, you know you have done things wrong with the give and take. You did not do equal stuff. and you lost that opportunity in your life, okay? But because you lost that opportunity, you faced your hardships, you learned a lot. You have grown wiser, or you will grow wiser. You will grow stronger because you have been pulled down a lot. Universe has not allowed you to heal. So you need to heal. You need to get over that pain. You need to get over that grief. Because you know the reason you are at a crossroad is because you have not taken inspired action towards manifesting the right journey for your life. Okay? And this is where Spirit is saying, page of 1, start walking. Start moving. You don't have to practically move, but start thinking. Come up with new ideas, new visions. Some inspired action towards what? Towards judgment, towards a rebirth, towards a reawakening. Because of what? Because 3 of Cups in the reverse, because a third party intervention where you could not move from. And 10 of Cups in the reverse says that if you know until you do something about this situation, the third party intervention will hold you in their grips and you will be very, very unhappy. So you have to start working on this idea. You have to. You have to start taking steps, baby steps. Excuse me. But you have to take steps in order to overcome this problem where others are there in your life who do not wish the best for you, but not letting you go and keeping you in a state of constant unhappiness. So until you work for that situation, you will not be able to move. You want a new rebirth, Taurus? Start working. Start looking into it. Baby steps, but do it. Enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.